content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Welcome to the pregame show brought to you by Sports Broadcast Solutions. My name is Kyle Smith, but mine doesn't matter. These young men matter for today's morning game. It's Papaflessas against St. Peter's and Paul, and I'm Kyle Smith. I hope you're having a good morning, because I certainly am. Let's start on the right. Alex Vasilakis. Alex, it's a big-time game. What are you going to try to do to defend St. Peter's and Paul today?
Just allow them to shoot the ball, not, just defend the paint mostly. That's what I would say.
So force them with those mid-range and three-point shots?
Yeah.
What kind of defensive sets are we going to see? 2-3, 1-3, what kind of zone defense?
3 man-to-man, we'll switch it up based on their offense.
Try to force them away from the corner, since the corner three is the most analytically driven three?
Yes.
Your name, your position, and what this playing in this tournament means to you?
Christopher Manassas. I'm a point guard, but I also run shooting guard. And playing this tournament means everything. You know, it's for my dad. He's the president, also the Hall of Fame coach. And we're gonna win this for him.
All right, I like the spirit, Christopher. What's it gonna take for a W today?
We're gonna have to be able to lock in defensively, offensively. We're down some players with some injuries. We got a dislocated pinky, but we're ready to win.
What are we gonna see on the offensive end? Are you guys more of a crash the paint, attack the paint on the low block team, or more of a perimeter shooting team?
We're more of a perimeter shooting team with some pass and cut involved. And we like to get it in the paint when we can, but we also get our shots.
Are we going to see some Splash Brothers shooting, Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry style?
Of course.
Alex, final thoughts about today's game and what playing in the NHIBT means to you?
It means a lot, but just be ready for your show. That's all I can say.
All right, on 3, go Papaflessas. 1, 2, 3.
Go Papaflessas.
That's us.
We're going to take a break. You're watching the pregame show brought to you by Sports Broadcast Solutions. It's June 9th, 2010. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final is taking place between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Philadelphia Flyers. The final result will be an overtime win in Philadelphia. If the Flyers end up victorious, they'll still have to win a Game 7 in Chicago. It's a 3-3 tie in the first overtime, meaning this has been a moderate offensive explosion with some decent defense and goaltending squeeze in between this hockey contest. This is a huge game for Blackhawks fans, as their favorite hockey team has been a laughingstock in the Western Conference for most of the previous decade. For the Flyers, they're looking to bring back Stanley Cup glory to the city of brotherly love for the first time since the 1970s. To truly understand the importance of what happens next, we need to hit that left button on the VCR. In other words, we need to rewind. The Blackhawks are an overtime goal away from cementing their legacy in NHL history. But for a franchise who used to not even televise its home games, this seemed like a pipe dream even 5 years ago. Known for his severe cheapness, Blackhawks former owner Bill Wirtz decided to cancel all home broadcast agreements with network and cable television outlets in 1992. According to Wirtz and the Wirtz Corporation as a whole, home broadcasts were, quote, unfair to the team's season ticket holders, unquote. And as crazy as this decision was by Wirtz, fan attendance increased during the mid-1990s. Incredibly, without normal home broadcasts and overall television brand awareness about the team, the Hawks averaged over 19,300 fans during the mid-1990s at the United Center. This is how it worked. WGN and other media outlets couldn't broadcast the Blackhawks games at the United Center. But if a national broadcasting network such as ESPN decided to telecast the game, a Blackhawk fan could purchase HawkVision, a subscription network worth $29.99 per month. Then you could watch the ESPN broadcast of Blackhawks vs. Red Wings at the United Center on normal cable television. It was pretty confusing, to be sure, and as you know, the internet wasn't big back then. If you were a big hockey fan and wanted to know about the Blackhawks, you either had to go to the game or wait for the hockey highlight on SportsCenter. Even then, hockey coverage wasn't big on ESPN, so it was in your best interest to purchase a ticket at the UC. So the fans kept supporting the Blackhawks even though they couldn't watch their favorite team on TV. However, the product on the ice wasn't so great. As if it were a curse from the hockey gods, the Hawks kept finding different ways to choke in the playoffs. An original six team, the Hawks were at one time the second most cursed original six franchise. The New York Rangers went titleless from 1940 until 1994, and the Hawks now find themselves in the same place as the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Maple Leafs and the Hawks have not hoisted Lord Stanley's Cup since the 1960s decade. For the Hawks, it's been even worse. They haven't won it all since 1961, and before that, Chicago went 23 years without hoisting the Cup. The Maple Leafs have been a borderline disaster since 1967, but at least the Leafs were a dynasty in the 60s. The Hawks were lucky to even win the 1961 Stanley Cup. So yeah, the Hawks have pretty much been mediocre or worse since 1961. However, there were moments when the franchise seemed destined for championship glory. The worst moment for Chicago hockey fans was the 1971 Stanley Cup Final against the hated Montreal Canadiens. Without air conditioning at Old Chicago Stadium, the Hawks were the home team during Game 7 of the Finals against the Canadiens. Jumping out to an early 2-0 lead, legendary netminder Tony Esposito couldn't stop Jacques Lamar's 60-foot-away snapshot, giving the Canadiens their first goal of the contest. Chicago Tribune writer Bob Verdi said there was a humid haze hung over the ice, but Esposito refused to blame the rink's lack of air conditioning on the soft goal he gave up. He had a point, since Lamar's shot was nearly from the center line. The Canadiens never looked back and scored twice more to upset the Hawks and win 3-2 on Chicago's home ice. Since then, the Hawks have never been closer to winning the Cup as they were that day in 1971. That is, until tonight anyway. As painful as it was in 1971, Hawks fans who were still alive in 1992 had to be devastated at what happened next to Ed Belfour and Dominik Hasek. Incredibly, Eddie the Eagle Belfour and Dominik the Dominator Hasek were both on the Blackhawks at the same time. Two future Hall of Fame goalies were both on the Hawks, and yet the franchise still couldn't win a Stanley Cup with either netminder. Belfour was the starter during the brief Belfour-Hasek years. The Hawks made the 1992 Stanley Cup championship round with Belfour and Hasek both on the roster. It was also a Chicago team with Chris Chelios leading the defensemen, and forward Jeremy Roenick was on this Hawks team as well. Led by captain Dirk Graham, the Hawks went on a very impressive winning streak in the playoffs. After falling to a 2-1 series deficit to the St. Louis Blues, the Hawks won their next 3 games against the Blues, as well as back-to-back series sweeps against the Detroit Red Wings and the Edmonton Oilers. Just like that, 11 consecutive victories saw the Blackhawks 4 wins away from ending up as the last team standing. The only team in their proverbial way, the NHL's version of the Super Mario Brothers, otherwise known as Mario Lemieux and Jaromir Jagr. The Pittsburgh Penguins were the defending Cup champions, and after narrowly beating the Washington Capitals in Game 7 during Round 1, the Pens found their way in the finals thanks to winning 8 of their last 10 games. Hasek was probably Chicago's better goalie entering the playoffs, as the Dominator earned all rookie honors and went 10-4-1 during his 15 starts between the pipes. Between a contract holdout from Belfour and Crazy Eddie missing games this season due to personal reasons, Hasek was turning into a fan favorite, while Belfour was the more controversial choice at net. However, head coach and general manager Mike Keenan stuck with Belfour throughout the playoffs. He turned out to be the best goaltender in the postseason, not named Tom Barrasso. The problem is Barrasso plays for Pittsburgh, so it was up to Roenick and company to find consistent offense against the Eastern Conference's best goalie. It looked like the Hawks had the Pens right where they wanted them when they took a 4-1 lead during Game 1. But the hockey gods haven't liked Chicago since 1961. Whenever the Hawks can blow a postseason lead during crunch time, they like to do it. The Pens scored 4 unanswered goals on their home ice, including the game winner with just 13 seconds left in OT. A crushing 5-4 loss for the Hawks, and they never rebounded from it. It was a sweep for the Pens as the Penguins celebrated their championship victory at Chicago Stadium. Hasek even showed during the series that he still had some raw rookie moments, but Belfour clearly wasn't himself. Hasek subbed in for Belfour in Game 4 after Eddie the Eagle gave up 2 goals on just 4 shots on goal. Keenan had a tough decision to make between keeping Hasek and Belfour, but with Belfour 1 year removed from winning the Vezina and Williams M. Jennings trophies for best goalie, Keenan had no choice but to allow Hasek to become expendable. The Sabres then cashed in on the young goalie's athleticism by fleecing the Hawks with a terrible trade request. The Sabres received a future Hall of Famer in Hasek, and the Blackhawks received just future draft considerations and a goalie in Stefan Beauregard, who never played a single minute in the goalie crease. The future draft considerations eventually led to the Hawks drafting Eric Daze in the 4th round. Daze became an all-star left winger, but serious back and herniated disc issues saw the team's promising winger limited to just 74 games in 3 seasons after his all-star game appearance in 2002. He retired after playing just 1 game in 2005. That being said, Keenan didn't want there to be a locker room controversy between Hasek and Belfour, and it's easy to say in hindsight when no one knew how great Hasek would become. Unfortunately, Belfour wouldn't even finish his career in Chicago. The Hawks were worried that he wouldn't re-sign with the team, so they shipped him off to San Jose for 3 players I personally never heard of until I Googled them. Ulf Dahlin, Michael Sikora, and Chris Terreri. Terreri was put in the very tough position of trying to fill Belfour's shoes in net, and he never got close to reaching Belfour's milestone achievements. Blackhawk fans kept asking themselves, is this team cursed? The 1999 Stanley Cup Final pitted Belfour against Hasek as the Dallas Stars took on the Buffalo Sabres. Belfour eventually won the cup over Hasek in the series, although Hasek won more cups than the Eagle once he began playing for the Red Wings. The Blackhawks managed just one more Western Conference Finals appearance with Belfour in net, and they wouldn't get back to the Western Conference Finals until last season. No one ever wishes someone to die, but success seemed to reach the Blackhawks once Bill Wirtz passed away from complications of cancer on September 26, 2007. His son, Rocky Wirtz, took over the team, and during their first season with Rocky as the CEO, the Hawks finished above 500 for the first time in 6 years. With John McDonough as the president and Joel Quenneville as the head coach, the Hawks made it back to the playoffs and finished in the Final Four. The Red Wings once again got in their way and easily took care of the Hawks 4-1 during the 2009
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world.
All right, Peter and Chris of the Saints getting ready to take on Papaflessas. Peter, you know this team pretty well, don't you?
Yes, we do.
So what's the let's go to Chris here. What's the key to getting a victory today?
Defense. Defense is always the key to win, and that's what we have to focus on today.
Yeah, but scoring's way more fun.
Scoring is fun. We plan on doing that too.
10 o'clock in the morning, ideal time for basketball or too early?
Absolutely not. Way too early, but it is what it is. We're going to deal with it, and we're going to play our hardest.
And, I mean, they have to play at 10 too, right?
Yes, I do.
Will there be trash talking out there today?
Of course. I mean, it's a heated game. We play them a lot. There'll be some talking.
You look like a big smile on your face with the concept of saying something today.
Oh, yeah, that's what I do. I talk.
Is it going to be physical?
Yes, it always is.
So outside of defense and outside of shooting well, it's a trick question here, but what other keys to victory? What's in your mind right now about what you're going to personally do?
Rebound, not let them get second shots.
Anything specific for you, Chris?
Yeah, I agree. Rebounding is a big thing, and just finding the guy who's open to get a clean shot.
Knowing that Sports Broadcast Solutions is here videoing and you're live on YouTube, will that add to the nerves of this basketball game?
For sure.
No, it'll help me. I like that.
It'll help them. Peter, Chris, ready to go. Game coming up.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
At center, number 44, Alexia at guard. Number 24, George Lewis at guard. Number 12, Peter Kingos. And at center, number 42, Willie Linstos. Starting for Papaflessas at guard. Number 9, Cristo Fernandez at forward. Number 3, Alex Asalakis at guard. Number 10, Christos Delavers at forward.
You plug in my Where's my splitter? 2 minutes.
We're good. We'll do our best.
Where's the other headset? Quick mic check.
Check, 1, 2, 3. Check, mic 2.
All right, let's go, guys.
Test, 1, 2. Test, 1, 2. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. All right, Dean, we're ready.
Hey there, and a big welcome in to the NHIBT here at St. Constantine at Helen Church. I'm Lucas Moore, Mark Carmen here to my right. We have Papaflessas and versus St. Peter and Paul in this opening matchup where we're going to have 4 games today. As Papaflessas will start with the basketball. Christopher Del Maris inside, little friendly touch using the backboard of the rim. And the first points of the game, Mark.
Lucas, good morning, and good to see you at 10 a.m. Just coming out aggressive, getting right in the paint, getting the friendly roll to start the ball game.
Well, we got 18 minutes running clock here in 2 halves, so it'll be a quick-moving game from what you're used to at the other levels of basketball. As a corner 3 goes down for St. Peter and Paul.
We talked to Chris in the pregame, and he said shooting would be a key, which it always is in basketball, but he was ready to fire.
Well, Kostas opens up the scoring for St. Peter and Paul inside the lane, and a nice soft touch from Michael Vlamis.
So Vlamis walked in the gym, I think the last guy here, and he came in with a swag and then right down the lane with a left-handed finish. Confidence.
3 taken from the wing. Nice offensive board. All defensive, working the other way, Papaflessas. And a turnover off the foot there. As looking to deliver inside, Christopher Manassas. Really interesting, this Papaflessas team. 2 sets of twins. Assistant coach, head coach, two sets of twins on the team.
Yeah, you don't see that every day. I would have loved to see him fire that 3. He came down looking for it, but then ultimately gave it off and nearly a turnover.
Nice finish inside the lane, John Koutsoyanis. And a 6-3 lead for Papaflessas to open this ball game here at St. Constantine and Helen Church at the National Hellenic Invitational Basketball Tournament.
2-3 zone, Papaflessas.
Kostas penetrated that zone, unable to get it to go. Vlamis the other way. And now in the hands of Vasilakis. Inside, tried to spin off the glass, couldn't get it. St. Peter and Paul now push it the other direction. They don't have the numbers. Kostas inside the corner. 3 taken and missed as Limperis couldn't get it to go.
Good ball movement.
Nice defensive possession there. Canelos trying to push the advantage for St. Peter Paul. Nice dish. Good pump and a finish.
What a pass. Great decision. Good aggressive getting in the lane. And then dumps off an easy for the layup.
That was Billy Litzos on the finish, his first points of this one. Tight game early. 1 point separates these two. Papaflessas in the white moving from left to right. St. Peter and Paul in the black moving right to left. That's an open corner. 3. No good. Manassas couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Inside Vlamis. Can't get it to go. Another offensive board. And Vasilakis finally gets it to go, and a 3-point lead.
We got some information there. That finish should have been with the right hand, but he went up with the left. So if I'm the Saints, I'm forcing him right all day.
That shot blocked away. That was a nice shot block from Vasilakis. And now in the corner, 3, no good. Limperis couldn't get it to go. And fouled on the break, heading his way up the court is Delmaris.
If I'm going to nitpick that, a little too much dribbling. He had a teammate ahead there. Could have.
Yeah, they had the numbers there, Mark.
Yeah. Although he faded to the corner, he could have had a layup. Either way, Papaflessas gets to keep the basketball.
That was our first foul called 4 minutes into this one. As that 3 way long from Vlamis from the corner. 2 on 3. Kept pressing the advantage, and lucky for St. Peter and Paul to keep the basketball there.
Aggressive and using the right and the left, but never really controlled it once he got close to the paint.
Didn't have the numbers either, so.
Yep.
Down by 3, St. Peter and Paul. That's a turnover. Nice steal and working it up the other way and out of the hands of Delmaris and picked up by St. Peter and Paul.
Was that a tip pass? Wow. Aggressive.
Corner 3, no good. Off the backside iron. Long toss the other way, and this one's gotten quite sloppy from both teams. Haven't really seen a half-court set here in a couple minutes, Mark.
No, a little back and forth action, but I got to tell you, I love the hustle we're seeing here and a lot of aggressiveness. Another 3-ball right off the inbound pass.
No good that time from the new man in for Papaflessas. Meklis.
Still staying in that 2-3 zone. They're matching up nicely. That corner's been open all day, though.
Limperis, he's had a few threes. He passed that one up. Finds a man on the right wing, and Kostas knocks down a 3.
Kostas not afraid to fire.
Kostas, a senior at New Trier, 6 points so far tonight. And a nice putback attempt that time from Vasilakis.
They do have a size advantage down there. We haven't seen them try to exploit it quite yet, but maybe that'll happen throughout the course of the game.
Koutsayanis, good defense from him. Vasilakis ended up getting the block as Billy Litzos fighting for the basketball. Now we'll see the depth of both these teams is got a couple subs each.
Kind of Giannis looked like he grabbed his elbow there. I thought he was in trouble, but bounced right back up.
Limperis, nice mid-range, Jay, from Limperis. He's had a couple threes, didn't go. Stepped inside the three-point line and knocked one down.
They've been using that skip pass, and there's been some room.
Vasilakis had his pass tipped. Nice job inside to clean it up by Delmaris. And a good finish.
Active hands by the Saints, but all that matters is the layup is good.
12-10 lead for Papaflessas over St. Peter and Paul. Really used Limperis on that left wing. He found a man for a baseline J, and Alexi Edlund enters the scorebook for the first time tonight.
Bang, bang. No hesitation. Little nice 10-footer. Rounding in.
And these teams starting to get a feel for the game. You could tell the basketball level has increased as Koutsayanis uses the glass and a nice finish going around the defender.
I'll tell you, last night and today, just continuing to be impressed by the offensive capabilities of both teams. I mean, some good moves going on out there.
14-12 halfway through, almost. This opening half. Corner 3, in and out. Looked like it was going to go from Edlund. And a good board by Koutsayanis, who's fouled after the cleanup.
I mean, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, that's a terrible shot. You're moving backwards with a hand in your face, and nowadays it's like standard. Good. Firing a three. Analytics, it works.
Been a fun one. As losing it inside, Manassas tried to drive in. He lit it up in the last tournament game. He played 7 threes, 23 points from downtown. It's this Papaflessas team coming off a tournament win in Detroit. They're also the defending champions of this tournament from the 2021 edition, and that's Steel Vasilika. He's out in transition, uses his body, and he's fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line. And great job, Mark, sealing off the defender there and drawing the foul.
Lucas, you said it. The seal off, sometimes you just want to go as fast as possible and get to the rim. But when you have the defender behind you, you can use your body to, A, draw the foul like he did, and a lot of times that ends up in an and one. That didn't quite work out, but that was very intelligent, skilled basketball, and knocking down the first free throw, too.
Vasilakis, a Lockport Township High School alum, as a high school senior. Averaged 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists a game. And he's just given his Papaflessas team a 4-point advantage. St. Peter and Paul trying to press it down by 4. First time we've seen John Legatos in the game today. Ball goes back to him. He saves it from a steal. Finds an open man in the corner. Baseline drive, little contact, no finish, but Canelos will head to the free throw line.
So Chris Canelos is impressing all over the court. And we were talking to him before the game. Very mature young man. That was a strong take and nearly took the contact, almost finished it.
Yeah.
By the way, odds on when Kyle Smith will finish his sausage egg McMuffin from earlier today. I've got halftime. What do you got, Lucas?
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime.
Both are down. It's a 2-point game. We've had a fun, close first half between these two. Papaflessas has led for most of it.
Both teams using their benches liberally, too, here, Lucas. Guys get an opportunity to play.
Koutsianis inside. It's a jump. That's a good call and a nice defensive play from Michael Massa. Vasilakis, Alex Vasilakis, 7 points now. He now leads all scorers. And a foul on the floor. No foul shots upcoming. But a 5-point lead, biggest of the game for Papaflessas.
Flamas trying to jump the passing lanes there. Nearly had it, but picked up the foul. You don't hate those. He's being aggressive.
Corner 3. Legatos got it to go. John Legatos.
Legatos running the out-of-bounds play to perfection. The range.
It's been a battle. Last 3 baskets are threes. That one won't be the 4th. Now in transition the other way, Papaflessas. Manassas, handoff Vasilakis. Can't finish. Gets his own board and scores. 7-point advantage. Biggest of the half for Papaflessas. And a great defensive possession just to cause some chaos for St. Peter and Paul. And how about Alex Vasilakis? 11 points, 4 or 6 from the field. Perfect from downtown. He's had quite a half.
He sure has. Throw a little shout out to Manassas, who took that deep pass, got to the rim, and then dumped it back beautifully. Unselfish play, and probably the right play.
Corner 3, Kosas no good. Offensive board, St. Peter Paul. As Edlund cleaned that up. We've seen Peter Canelos with some good buckets today. Moves it on to Kosas. Edlund back to Kosas. And he's fouled, got pulled a touch. James Meklis called for the foul.
Saints are trailing here, but they're not getting impatient. I like that. Long game.
5 minutes to play, opening half. Legatos to Peter Canelos, got his man in the air. Drives the lane. Right-hand finish, can't go. That's a tough contested shot from about 8 feet.
Yeah, the zone giving Saints a little bit of trouble here. They're a little stagnant offensively.
Vasilakis escaped the baseline trap. And a great move from Meklis, but unable to finish. Great offensive board, Koutsianis. And he's able to finish. Strong inside. He's been strong all half.
I wouldn't call it pretty, but certainly effective. Put that shoulder down and touch off the glass.
6 points, 2 boards, 3 of 5 from the field for Koutsianis. The stats brought to you by DCGreeks.com Sports and Information. We want to thank them for providing those numbers here at the NHIBT.
Tell you, the hospitality is always incredible out here. We make us feel incredibly welcome and great to talk to the players, and competition's outstanding. It's always a treat for Sports Broadcast Solutions to be out here.
Well, and this is a great tournament, a family tournament. Both coaches on the sidelines played in the tournament in their past. They've been involved in it since it began in 1991. So, a lot of history here, a lot of familial connections through both teams, and a ton of cultural connections. I mean, that's the entire point of the NHIBT.
It's the name of the game. You talk to people around here, too. There's a lot of pride to everything you just named.
Still, Maris tried to push the pace. They're going to have to slow it down and reset the half court. Koutsianis fouled and unable to finish, but he'll head to the free throw line.
Took on a little contact, got the call.
And Koutsianis has been impressive. He's had some offensive boards. He's played really physical inside. He's added that size advantage for Papaflessas, which is a huge reason they've opened up a 9-point lead.
Call him, trying to think of a nice comp. Maybe, well, we haven't seen the range of the jump shot, but the body type of a Kevin Love. What do you think?
Maybe. Got to see more than a half to really get a really great comp. Is 1 of 2 from the line and a 10-point lead.
Admittedly reaching here, Lucas.
7 points now for Koutsianis. Legatos, jump pass inside, and Delmaris is going to be called for another foul. His second, so he'll probably see the bench for the rest of the half. He does.
I'd like to see the Saints have some guys flashing through that zone. There's a lot of standing around right now, and hard to get an advantage that way.
Down by 10. They got to start cutting into this a touch as we approach halftime. Nice move, Kostas. Missed it short, and it's off the fingertips of Koutsianis, and it stays for St. Peter and Paul.
Good, strong drive. Everything but the finish. Get another crack at it.
It's that same entry pass from that inbound. They run the same motion, and now a trap, and a great job from Papaflessas and Michael Vlamis, who stole it away.
Aggressive double team and just trying to get that basketball.
Vasilakis couldn't finish.
Easy. Everything but the finish there, I guess is what I'm trying to say. That was a good, strong drive.
Travel from Kostas and an easy call. He tried to get that pass off before that next foot landed and just unable to do it. 10-point advantage for Papaflessas. And they've really grinded into this lead. It wasn't an explosion or run. It's just kind of happened as the half has progressed. And a big reason for it has been Koutsianis. You see his effort again, nearly an offensive board, but it heads the other way with 54 seconds, and now the clock stopped as we're in normal clock operations, under a minute to play.
They've been the better team in the first half, there's no doubt about it. Just more efficient offensively and got a couple more turnovers too.
It's an open three. Pass. Unable to get it. Limperis, he's been off this half. Manassas bringing it up, 30 seconds. Thought about stepping into a three. Vlamis driving the lane. Soft touch, left hand, no good. Koutsianis again inside. No foul called. Vlamis with a great offensive board, and this time the whistle blows. Oh no, they'll call jump. No foul on Vlamis. 19.4 seconds left in the half.
Far be it from me to ever point out an official, but when you don't cross half court, it's tough to make a call because you're having a hard time seeing back there.
As Kostas works the other way, as a 10-point deficit for St. Peter and Paul, trying to cut it underneath 10 just before half. Kostas a blind pass to the corner. Now it's stolen away and then back in the hands of Lemperis. 3 seconds on the clock, a 14-footer, no good. And that will be the first half. 27-17 lead, Papaflessas over St. Peter and Paul. Fun first half. Didn't feel dominant, but Papaflessas did the small things right, and they had that size advantage, Mark, helped them carve out that 10-point lead.
Yeah, we don't have the stats in front of us, but points in the paint, I'm assuming they have a big-time edge. Well, yes, I do see those stats, Kyle, but we don't have I don't have points in the paint stats. I see the stats on the side. Listen, Papaflessas played a great first half. I wouldn't rule out a Saints comeback here either.
How would they go about making that comeback before we had to break?
They're going to have to get hot.
Well, Lemperis has quite a few open threes, and he's generally a good three-point shooter, and those haven't gone.
Exactly. There's going to be room on the perimeter to get open shots. So if you start shooting at a high clip, call it 60%, they could get right back in this ball game. And let's be real. I mean, 10 points is not a 20-point deficit. They're still hanging around.
Ways to go for St. Peter and Paul, but certainly a path forward as we begin day 2 of the NHIBT. We'll go ahead and step aside here on Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
Hey, this is Sarah Greenfalk, owner of PsychEdge. How would you like to learn how to manage your emotions and reactions in order to enhance your performance and be successful in life? I coach and counsel student athletes, performers, and professionals, giving them the mental skills and mindsets to build confidence and resilience. My background in physical therapy, massage therapy, personal training, and 15 years of counseling give my clients an advantage. So if you are wanting to be recruited, perform better, or struggling with life balance, anxiety, or depression symptoms, I will stand by you until we reach your goals. Contact me today, sarah@aimtogrow.com, and be sure to visit my website, psychedge.club, for your monthly blog on mental health, sport, and performance psychology tips.
And a big welcome back to the NHIBT here at Saints Constantine and Helen Church. Mark Carmen to my right, I'm Lucas Moore. We want to thank you so much for joining us here on SBS. 10-point lead, Papaflessas. They're in the white, moving right to left. They're starting with the basketball, Mark. And they really use their size to advantage in the first half and that outside scoring from Vasilakis. But there's a little size from Michael Vlamis as he scores to open the half.
Textbook breaking of the zone and getting a layup to start the half. That's not what the Saints needed, but a great start for Papaflessas.
On Papaflessas, well coached. I mean, that's been evident in this half as Koutsianis will send Billy Litzos to the free throw line to shoot 2. Dean and Dimitri Manasas, they're two twins. They're the head and assistant coach of Papaflessas. Dean is also the organizer of the tournament. Last year that he'll run this tournament as he's passing it on to Peter Petrovas at the end of the year.
That's got to be slightly, I don't know if emotional is the right word, but when you care about something to pass it along, that's never easy. That was a tough fall right there, and up and missing both free throws, but good to see he's all right.
Tough miss from Litzos as he is empty from his trip as Delmaris, star striker in the sport of soccer, unable to finish.
Good D by Litzos right there, not committing a foul, and layup nearly went down, and then he got the rebound. Nice pass inside. Big start for Litzos here. He's involved in a lot of plays.
As Litzos grabs his 4th point of the night, of the day, here in the morning. 4-game tournament today. Lamas had his own offensive rebound knocked out of his hand. Canelos barely got it over the hands of Vasilakis. Thought he would get a block, but Canelos with a nice finish.
It's a hell of a challenge right at the rim by Vasilakis and a great finish. Good 4-point swing here as the Saints try to get back in this thing.
Lamas at a long mid-range. Don't know if I like that, but a turnover the other way from Saints Peter and Paul will keep Papaflessas with the basketball and an 8-point lead. And with a running clock, mistakes like that is going to make an 8-point comeback even tougher. Koutsianis inside. No, grabs a board. Again, fouled and a free throw trip upcoming for Koutsianis.
Yeah, you make a great point with the running clock now, especially with them going to the free throw line to shoot a couple, so that probably takes at least 30 seconds off. Not what you want when you're down 8, but key lesson there, Litzos had the rebound. He really just needed to stay patient, wait for the traffic to clear, and then make an easy outlet pass versus sometimes you get in that hot potato moment and it ends up in a turnover, which is what happened, unfortunately, for the Saints on that particular rebound.
John Koutsianis splits that pair. Trying to cut into the 9-point lead. Limperis, much better 3-point shooter than he's shown today. Hasn't gotten any one of those to go. Vasilakis, Delmaris, little behind him.
Canelos was cut off by his own guy on that drive.
Manasas, yes, corner 3. Christopher Manasas, first time we've seen him knock one down. And this is the point guard. He had 7 threes in his last game played. He finally strokes one from downtown.
I liked the reaction Steph Curry-esque with the hand in the air.
Canelos missed a 3 the other way as Manasas tries to drive it in. Hand off to Vasilakis, who has it ripped out of his hands. Good defense here from Saints Peter and Paul. Still ends up with Papaflessas. And Koutsianis draws another foul. He's headed to the free throw line to shoot 2. Offensive rebounding and quite a bit of luck on the last couple possessions there for Papaflessas.
I tell you, Koutsianis, he hunts that contact. And it's not like he's just trying to get fouled. He's trying to take the contact and get that layup to go down. It hasn't quite worked out yet, but he gets the 2 free throws and knocks them both in here, although we got a lane violation apparently.
Yeah, second one won't count. Koutsianis played a little bit of tennis, said that's what really helped his footwork, which has improved his low post game. And I think we've seen that, Mark. He's got that real slick footwork underneath to just get that better body position.
You just brought up my favorite sport, at least currently to play, and footwork is key in tennis. That's interesting that it is going to benefit you, whatever sport you're playing. That's interesting.
11-point lead, Papaflessas. Kostas with 8 points now for Saints Peter and Paul. 3 of 8 from the field. Delmaris, tough attempt inside the lane. Rebound by Litzos. Pushing the other way, Canelos. And he got it to go.
Man, when he gets a full head of steam coming at you, it is trouble. Right, left, that time going left with the easy finish. That was a fantastic transition play.
6 points now for Peter Canelos. Manassas tries another three. Can't get that one to go. Vasilakis with a great rebound inside. He's been everywhere today. Koutsianis fouled, couldn't finish, but 2 more shots upcoming at the free throw line. And just that smooth little jump stop inside the lane, create that separation.
I mean, hands were up trying to avoid putting him back on the foul line, but to the aggressor goes the reward on this one, and we're seeing that a bunch. So, hey, if you're, why would you stop doing it, right? If
play more aggressive.
Yep. You're giving me the calls. I'm gonna try to find wherever the line is here, and so far he just keeps on getting to the line.
Split trip and 10 points now for Koutsianis. Just one behind his teammate Vasilakis for the leading scorer in this game between both teams. Costa's trying to add his name to that sheet. That would have been his 11th point of the night. Loose ball battle won by Koutsianis. And Christopher Manassas threw it right in the hands of Costas, telegraphed his pass. 4-on-2, and it's blocked it out of bounds. Remains St. Peter and Paul basketball, and you'd love to see Chris Costas use the numbers advantage there. 4-on-2 opportunity for St. Peter and Paul gone astray. Quick inbound and a quick three. Limperis, first time we've seen him knock down a three today.
So really interesting swing there. Papaflessas got in a hurry, and you could hear their bench erupting, coaches in disappointment on the turnover. When you're up 10, you don't need to be pushing the envelope like that. But now it ends up in a three the other way, so back to 7.
2 of 9 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3. Limperis now as he knocked down his first. Vasilakis couldn't get it to go. Vlamis with a great board and draws a foul by Costas.
So Koutsianis leading all score, or second rather, with 10 points. Vasilakis has 11. A lot of contributors here right now for Papaflessas.
Manassas tried to add to his score sheet. Stays Papaflessas basketball. A 7-point lead. They've led by as much as 10.
We're getting into the key stanza here, Lucas. See if the Saints can really make this interesting.
Koutsianis, that was a tough fader and a good board that time from Michael Mossett. Canelos. Costas. Limperis just made his first 3 out of 7 attempts. Canelos. Taking their time this way, St. Peter and Paul. Leads to a long-range, mid-range, but a great offensive board and a spin reverse finish from Canelos.
I mean, it is rare that my mouth is wide open on a move, but it was right there. Canelos with 8. And that was a sweet finish and a great rebound, too.
3 of 5 from the field, Peter Canelos. 5-point lead for Papaflessas.
Ooh.
And a great find inside, but Manassas couldn't finish.
What a pass.
Canelos tried the same spin shot just off the glass, couldn't get it to go. Too much English that time. Vasilakis pushing the other way. And a block called on Costas and heading to the free throw line, Alex Vasilakis.
That was the right call. He was nowhere close to set. Good aggressive play, but I think they're calling it before the shot, so it's going to be side out of bounds, baseline left, baseline right.
And Costas will head to the bench. 3 fouls on his docket. Shouldn't be too long of a breather for him.
Yeah, can't save those for the next game.
That 3 missed, and then working the other way in transition to Limperis. Took body contact, no whistle.
That was a foul all day. Bad. Ref missed that one.
And it's the basket for Vlamis the other way.
That's a huge non-call. It could have been a 3-point game. Instead, it's back to 7.
3 taken. Limperis gets a 3 the other way, shrugs the shoulders. 4-point game, and if he heats up from 3, we talked about that at halftime, and Mark, that could be the difference for St. Peter and Paul.
4-point game, beautiful ball movement, knocking down the shots, exactly what you want to see if you're the Saints.
Started 0 of 6, now he's 2 of 2. That's a nice mid-range jumper from Manassas.
Manassas, that jumper is pure. You can't leave him wide open for 15. That's going to be money.
Missed short that time. St. Peter Paul, offensive rebound. And a whistle for an injury.
I'm not sure if Vlamis got hit by the basketball or if there was some incidental contact down there. But he went down, and
it looked like he caught something to the face.
Yeah.
He's got that I just got hit in the nose look, which is very distinctive.
Yeah, he's going off with coach or trainer. That doesn't look great. Hopefully he's all right.
Hopefully he can find his way back in this one. Limperis wants 3 threes in a row, and the bank shot makes it count. Started 0-6, 3 of 3 since.
Bank open on Saturday before noon. Bang, bang.
3-point game. It was a 10-point lead for Papaflessas at halftime. 11 points for Limperis now. Vasilakis. He's back on the 3-point score sheet. 14 points for him now. Right when you think you forget about him, Alex Vasilakis adds a bucket and makes it a 6-point game.
Huge shot to stop the momentum right there. Shooting it with confidence, which is harder to do when it gets tight.
Limperis, he's got momentum. 4 threes in a row. Incredible.
He's got a big smile on his face. Is that Stacey King? Give me the hot sauce right there. Limperis rolling.
Manassas.
That was a travel, and they called it.
Yep, good call.
$14 points for Vasilakis, 14 points for Limperis. Shootout.
Limperis wants his 5th in a row. Now too long. Board by Papaflessas. They lead by 3, trying to push the advantage. Delmaris intercepted and then off the foot of the man that made the defensive play, Massa, and it remains Papaflessas basketball.
Great hustle coming back by Massa. And boy, if that 3 went down, we'd have a tie ball game here, Lucas.
And that would have been the 5th in a row from Limperis. Koutsianis can't finish inside. God. And that is a foul. Good call that time. Delmaris is the one that's going to be stuck with the foul. His 3rd. Although with 6 minutes to play and a running clock, that shouldn't be too much of a factor.
Good to be young. That was a significant fall.
Popped right back up.
Well, you're down 3, but you don't necessarily need to shoot the 3. Get a good shot.
16-footer, no good, as Massa tried to cap his defensive play with an offensive score on the other side. Now Papaflessas is trying to make it a 2-possession game.
It's a tough shot going the other way with a hand in his face.
Meklis, no. Good board that time, Edlund. Canelos found the open man. Easy bucket, Michael Massa.
Textbook how to play point guard. Head up. Who's open? Oh, I got a guy right underneath the hoop. Let me fire it to him. Easy 2.
Only a 1-point lead. They led by 10 at halftime. Papaflessas. Koutsianis can't add to it. Massa with the rebound. He's got 2 points tonight. That's his 4th board.
Staying in that zone. Open shot.
No look to an open 3-point shooter. No good from Paulos. Still a 1-point lead, Papaflessas. Here at the NHIBT. Driving in, fouled, and heading to the free throw line, Alex Vasilakis.
Vasilakis going for points 15 and 16 and doing it the aggressive way. Hunting, a lot of hunting for contact. Good strong move, nearly able to finish with the right hand.
6 fouls for St. Peter and Paul. Only 2 team fouls the other way for Papaflessas.
Good to see coming back in after the hit to the head. Looks like no worse for wear. Vlamis back in there.
16 points, 8 rebounds now for Vasilakis. He's been one of the best players on the floor today. It's also perfect from the free throw line, 4 of 4. And a 3-point deficit for St. Peter and Paul.
They're harder to make than it looks when you're watching on YouTube. That's impressive at the foul line.
Can they create an open look? Legato's foot was on the three-point line, missed it long. And Del Maris lost it a touch in transition. The ability to regain the ball and score, hyper impressive, in the lead back up to 5.
Spot on, Lucas. That was not easy. Finally able to control it right at the right moment, and then it was easy finally when he got to the finish.
Limperis, no. Had a little hot streak and has cooled down with his last 2 threes, have gone astray.
And man, the Saints had it down to 1, now back to a 5-point lead as they could see Canelos looking at the clock. They need to stop right here.
Under 3 minutes to play. Papaflessas with the ball and a 4-point lead. Koutsianis had it blocked away. Massa with a great block. Canelos will cross the timeline. Limperis spinning. Soft touch and finish. Beautiful bucket from George Limperis. He's got 16 now. And Manassas somehow...
That is very confusing because the official is right in front of Manassas, who blatantly traveled trying to collect that. But they let him go down to the floor, get back up, fire it off the Saints, and keep the basketball.
Heads up play by Manassas to keep going without a whistle.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, play on if you're him all day.
It's not your job to make the call.
100%. Now open. Ooh, thought he was going to fire it.
Looked like a good opportunity, and Koutsianis is fouled. Massa got his hands a little too friendly, trying to guard Koutsianis in the post. And it's going to lead to a 1-and-1. Into the bonus goes Papaflessas.
Can I tell you, Koutsianis is doing a great job getting position down there. If he added a little, as the free throw goes down, 4-point game, if he added a little bit of a left hand in there, he would be that much more dangerous in the paint.
Good footwork. I mean, we've seen that today. Smart player inside. And he's now 6 of 9 from the free throw line and has 12 points. 5-point lead, Papaflessas. This is an important possession for St. Peter and Paul. Canelos took it himself. He's fouled on his way to the basket. Looks like it's going to be on the floor. Only the 13th foul committed by Papaflessas. Still way far away from the bonus, St. Peter and Paul.
Yeah, that's benefit to Papaflessas. To me, he was shooting that basketball.
Legato's inside the lane, no. Missed it long. And one of the leading scorers in this game, Alex Vasilakis. He's tied with George Limperis of St. Peter and Paul with 16 points. He can add a bucket to go a long way to helping Papaflessas clinch this win. 5-point lead, 90 seconds to play.
Saints being forced to come out of that zone, extended at least, because time is not on their side. Ooh.
Tough pass from Vasilakis. Maintains possession. Vlamis will inbound. Koutsianis used his body inside, and a great smart play on the inbound. 7-point lead.
That one can't happen if you're the Saints. You want to put them on the foul line, and now we're going to have a turnover.
And an over and back will send the basketball the other way. And with this lead at 7, it feels pretty comfortable for Papaflessas.
I'll tell you, this has been a great basketball game. 10-point game at the half, got down to 1, and now Papaflessas here pulling away late as the Saints trying to get a foul, and they finally do with 1:03 to go here. But what a basketball game we just witnessed.
Well, you thought George Limperis, who made 4 threes consecutive after missing his first 6, you thought that he was going to randomly have the hottest shooting streak we've seen and single-handedly bring St. Peter and Paul back in the game, but he got cold again. And I think Papaflessas just kept hammering away inside. Their advantage with Koutsianis, and then key buckets in timely situations from this man at the free throw line, Vasilakis, who has 18 now in this game.
That's impressive. 18 big points, knocking down free throws. I mean, never say die. That they're calling that a 3. There was a foot on the line, but that's a 3 in the scorebook. Got a foul. That was not a good job by the Saints. You had a foul deep in the backcourt. Should have put him on the line, but now an 8-point game.
See if the chaos can favor St. Peter and Paul. Massa with the 3, no good. Rebound, Vlamis, he lost it. Loose ball, and it's heading in the direction of Papaflessas. Still a 6-point game, though. Plenty of reason to press. And a smart job here. Take some time.
Saints are going to let it dribble out here, I guess. And or take a layup.
And a 10-point game, they'll probably let this one roll out. Canelos might try to grab a 3 here at the end. Knocked it down. That'll help Canelos' score sheet. Vasilakis finishes with 20 points in this game and helps lead Papaflessas to a 7-point win, 56-49. Peter Canelos finishes with 11 points and 4 of 7 from the field after that made 3-pointer to finish. Well, Mark, fun game. Felt like St. Peter's and Paul really did what you said they needed to do at halftime. They kept trusting the open 3-point shooters, and then they started to fall. But Papaflessas kept pushing and ended up being the better side in this one.
Key plays down the stretch. It was 42-41. Ends up with a 56-49 finish. So that's let's do my math here. That's a 14-7 run to finish off the ball game. Great job by Papaflessas when they absolutely had to have it. I'll tell you, there was one big 3 there that really kind of gave them a little bit of breathing room, at least at one point. But overall, I thought the difference was in the paint, and they took better care of the basketball.
Yeah, and shout out John Koutsayanis, who had 14 points. I think he deserves a mention as he had an excellent performance inside and really helped carve out that points in the paint advantage. I know we don't have the exact number, but the points in the paint advantage strong for Papaflessas in that one. We'll step aside for a quick commercial, post-game interviews, and then we'll have another game for you. 4 games today. We'll take a break. 56-49, the victor, Papaflessas over St. Peter and Paul here at the NHIBT on SBS.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. But my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet.